So for this video, guys, we're going to continue the safety blitz 3 scheme flipped. And this is going to be a left hash mark one. And this is going to be very similar to the nickel over G, okay? The one we just did an update where we did dual side heat. And what we're going to do here is we're going to base the line. Then we're going to go ahead and spread our defensive line, crash them up, blitz the left outside linebacker, go ahead and quarterback contain, okay? Now, the reason why I call this a left hash mark is what I want to do here is I want to put this player on a deep third, and I'm going to user this player. You're going to give up the left side of the field, okay? It's something that you want to make sure that you are in the middle of the field. If they're running any type of quick table routes, you're going to give up 4 or 5 yards, and you're going to be able to react to it with your user. This comes in really, really fast to where they really don't have any options. If they're running a table route, that they're going to have to get out of their hands really, really quickly, and we'll give that up, you know, from time to time. But the idea here is to rush the running back with 2 players, and it's a little bit more consistent. You don't have to hold the left trigger. You don't have to do any of that, and you can stay on the middle linebacker in the middle of the field. A lot of times what I'm going to do is I'm going to either cloud flat it or hard flat it. Typically speaking, because it comes in very quickly, I'll hard flat it. And what I also like about this is because you're on the left side of the field, this player is in a really good spot to cover any type of seams from the right side. Now, our job here would be to make sure that we cover the left seam and then rally down to either a flat route, any type of out routes, any type of that. But the pressure is coming in their face. So a lot of times having to be able to sit and stand at and throw it is very tough. People usually roll to the right when they do something like this. So this is where it is. See how it is. I'm going to just go ahead and hike the ball. You're going to see that we're going to be able to get this guy around there. And that running back is preoccupied by that second blitzer. I want to make sure you see this is very similar to the nickel over G. So when you do this, what I like to do, and what I'm mixing is if I'm on the right hash mark, I'm going to do nickel over G. When I'm on the left hash mark, I'm going to do this. And I'll show you why, and just as a scheming. So you're going to see this guy's going to come across. You see how this guy's going to come in, and the guy doesn't pick him up because he's watching the other player. Even though that guy didn't even come in, he's watching his threat, and he's going to be able to get that player. Now, let me show you what I mean by the nickel over. So the blitz I like to go ahead and mix this in with is the big nickel over G. When I'm on the right hash mark is the dual edge heat one that we just showed you on the update. With that one, what we're going to do is we're going to base the line. You know, we're going to blitz that guy, quarterback contain. So you got that left heat. And then you're going to bring this guy down, and you're going to use the right side here. Remember how we moved them in, and we're doing the right heat. Now, why would I do this on this side? Because basically what I'm doing here is I'll put this guy on a hard flat, and I'm using this guy. Well, on the right side, you see how you're basically got the short side of the field to cover. You have a lot less worry about having anybody on the right side of the field. That's the same way as it was on the left side, right? Because of the way that it worked in that way. So I'm using this as a really nice opportunity that when I'm on this side, I'm going to be able to do it. If you look at 4-3 over, it's got a very similar look. If I was to move this guy down, you would see that this is actually a very similar look to with that as nickel over G, because you got that same player in that same spot. Whether it's a cornerback or a linebacker, you're going to want them to kind of figure that out themselves. But you can see that we got that same look, and now we're sending heat from this side. So you can mix in 4-3 over, 4-3 under flipped with nickel over G and kind of create a lot of the same looks. And that's why I really like this spot. So because that guy moves down and we move this guy over, it's going to look very similar to what we've already set up, and kind of run it this way. And you've seen here that when we run it this way, you're going to be able to get the guy to come around the other side. It's just the way that the blitz comes in. I'll go ahead and do this, and you can see that this guy's going to be able to come around the edge and be able to get to that player, right? So being able to mix both in, you're really going to have a nice opportunity to kind of use one on one hash, one on the other. But I'm going to come back with the next video and show you how we like to run the play that we've been talking about, which is the safety blitz 3 flipped from the right hash mark.